wanted to pursue law. I wanted to be a lawyer to be grateful. But due to some circumstances, the leading and the most dangerous and that affected me. Kujitetea kama uone kwanza a mountain to climb. Ile inataka a lot of patience. A lot of patience.
Let's say that we tell African stories the African way, and where we believe that every African has a story to tell. And the whole of this season, we are doing what we are calling the University Chronicles, about the people who have come to university, not just in the ordinary way, but with a special way. And they're the people that we are featuring. Just yesterday, we were featuring a girl or a woman who has come back with a child to the university. And it's not the norm of student getting pregnant in school and going to a point of getting a child, but you saw how she can be able to manage and balance between parenting and going on with her education. And this is our stories, by the way, in Africa, because in Africa we always say that some people are always late to go to school. Some people are lucky enough to go to school at the right time, but some of them, maybe those who want maybe to advance their studies, they don't have a choice other than maybe to wait until when they will be able to get enough money. And so there are so many stories that we are telling about the chronicles of university here at Mount Kenya University. And today we have a very nice story, a very good story ya jamaa mmoja ambaye ni mwalimu ambaye tumemtembelea mpaka mahali anaishi katika hostel za shule, na ambaye atakuwa akituelezea historia yake kutoka maybe akiwa mdogo na mpaka mahali amefika. So I want to welcome our visitor to our channel and to our broadcast. And karibu sana rafiki yetu, na tunakukaribisha katika Kennes Media TV. Hii maybe we can start by knowing your name. And there was a time that we featured you. You were teaching us on how maybe to use the blade.
Yeah.
And you did a good job. There's so many people who watched that video, and today they are good to go. And so tuelezee majina yako na utukumbushe majina yako, kukumbusha mtangazaji ambaye maybe alikuona lakini hawezi kukumbuka wewe unaitwa nani.
Okay, I'm Vincent Momo now, a teacher. I teach at a school called Mukone Primary in Mafoni County, Kibwezi West County. And I'm a student at MKU. I'm entering my 4th year.
Yes. And you are pursuing a degree, ne?
Yes, I'm pursuing a degree in education, featuring in special needs education. So we call it a Bachelor of Education in Special Needs Education.
That's what they call BSNE.
Yes.
And maybe you can also tell our viewers maybe what made you think of pursuing that degree.
All right. A long time before I became a teacher, I wanted to pursue law. I wanted to be a lawyer to be grateful. But due to some circumstances, the leading and the most dangerous and that affected me was the loss of sight. I went for career counseling, and the counselor told me that it is good to do law, but you will have mountains of challenges to climb. So I was advised to take another career that would suit my condition. So I decided to do teaching, where I joined Machakos Teachers Training College and did my certificate, where I graduated in 2016.
Maybe Vincent, maybe even before we get to the point of you going to college, I would want us maybe to take some steps back and tell us how was your upbringing and where did you grow in?
Oh, I grew up in a small village in Makueni. The village is called Mangaoni. Manon is in water division, water district, according to the old system of administration, still in Wayne County. That's where I was brought up with a number of challenges. I learned in a regular school where nobody will ever assume or expect to get someone who cannot see. And when you're there and you cannot see, many people will pretend, will say that you are pretending, and nobody will wish or want to accept that. It is a challenge.
Or even to be associated with it.
Yes, yes.
Were you born blind, or did you become blind in advanced age?
No, I wasn't born blind, although at birth I had a condition that is called retinitis pigmentosa. This is a degradation of the retina, where the retinal vessels burst as you grow up. And then when they burst, they die, which leads to loss of sight.
So by the time that you were born, the doctors were predicting already that at a time will come and you will lose your sight.
They had it predicted, but in the year 98, I started losing sight. So when I went to...
At that particular time, you were in which class?
I was in class 4, 98. So when we consulted a doctor, they said that after examination, they could see black pigments in my retina, and they could not establish what it was. So other theories started coming up, or maybe there was someone in your lineage who was blind.
Who was blind, okay.
And then I was
said... And was this true, or they were just speculating?
When I went to ask my grandparents, they told me that none of my type
has ever been... Yes. And so this was new to you now?
It was new to me. And then sight kept on degrading up to the time when I could no longer see the God. And that's the time when my parents saw it necessary to take me to an advanced hospital. And I was taken to Togoto BCEA hospital.
Yes, it's a very popular hospital.
Yes.
When it comes to that.
That is the time when I was diagnosed to be having that condition.
Now you're in class 5.
I had already finished class 8.
Oh, class 8.
Class 8. I was in Form 1. So when they,
in which school?
In a school in Machakos, a school called Kikerenzo. So the doctor advised me and told me point that the condition that you are having will eventually lead to permanent loss of blindness. And she told me to prepare. Yes.
And how did you now when you got that news? How did you feel now?
It's bitter. It's sad, hectic. So I first could not accept that it was me having such a big problem. Yeah. So I first, as I've told you, could not believe that I would one time be blind. So the betrayal stage now came up.
And the depression now.
Depression, so many things. So I started now consulting other sides. I went to pastors, they tried to pray for me, but sight never came back. Up to the time when sight was almost finished, and after going back to the hospital, I was advised to accept myself.
You accept yourself? I
still could not accept up to the time when I was taken to a school called Machakos Technical Institute.
That is the time now you started maybe accepting. Yes. Maybe before tuendelee kabisa, turudi pale wakati sasa uliambiwa like you are now going to become blind permanently. Pengine kuna kamulebo ulikuwa umeona hapo mbele, ulikuwa sasa unaona haka sitawahi ukaona tena.
Maisha warembo nilikuwa nimeona fikiri fulani.
So you have a rough idea
about in the world is number 1. So I could not get a picture of how I will hear but not see her again. And then I started praying that the worst may not happen, which did.
So it happened.
It happened.
How did it happen?
Hey, it's a sad story. It's a sad story. So please, if you don't want me to, please let's keep that.
But you felt hurt.
I felt hurt.
Now, okay. Now let's proceed. Now you have accepted yourself.
Yeah.
And you've been taken to Machakos for a ride. Then what happened?
So baada ya kwenda rehab, cha turudi kwetu kidogo. Baada ya kwenda rehab,
na rehab ulienda for how long?
Miaka miwili. Pale rehab unafunzwa kuishi kama mtu ambaye hana uwezo wa kuona. So I was rehabilitated. I was trained on the basic living skills. Kuvaa, kufua nguo, kugroom, kila kitu. Nikawa nimeiva. By the second year nilikuwa nimeiva. Then nikarudi tena college. Sikuwa nimetoka. Before niende rehab, nilikuwa nimeadmit Machakos Teachers Training College, lakini site ikapotea. Ikabidi sasa niache college, niende rehab. Sasa after rehab, that's the time when I went back to college. That is in the year 2014. Nika-admit tena first year, 2016, nikamaliza.
So it was just for two years course.
Yes,
Okay.
I graduated.
And you graduated now with a diploma.
A certificate.
Certificate.
Yes.
Then from there,
nikaajiriwa shule nyingine Makini inaitwa Kiambani.
So Kiambani now was your first school that you got employed
after
with your condition.
Yes. Special thanks to Mr. Kasibao na deputy wake Maseki. Waliponifanyisha interview, wakaona naweza, wakanipa kazi.
So they did not discriminate.
They did it. And a special thank to them again. Wali accept my service. Na wali appreciate all that I did. Na hiyo ikanipa moral ya kufanya kazi.
Yes. Yeah, the story is so good. Now we are there. You have heard his story, how he has been. And the moment that he was told that he will not be able to see anymore, he got depressed to a point that he could not even accept it. But with the time he accepted it, and today he is here where he is. So now from the school that you are telling us that they accepted you, then when time came to leave that school, where did you went?
All right. Nilifunza pale mwaka mmoja na nikiwa pale ndipo niliposikia ya kwamba TSC, the Teacher Service Commission, inaajiri walimu.
Kwa hivyo pale ulikuwa at BOM.
So I I made an application na kwa bahati nzuri I went through. So nikaajiriwa na nikawa posted in a school called Yedalani, still in the same locality.
In Machakos,
Makueni County. Yes. Nikaenda nikafunza pale mwaka mmoja. It was a rural school and the condition, the environment hazikuwa favorable.
Hata kidogo kwa
hazikuwa favorable. So I had to look for means ya kurudi back to the town where life was much easier. And after 1 year.
Now when you have been employed by TSC, now you have been posted to a place where it is not favorable to you.
Yeah. So after that, nimeona in this environment sitaweza kuperform vizuri sababu kuna obstacles. Unapata the layman pale kwanza hawataki watoto wao wafunzwe na mtu ambaye haoni. Unasikia wanaongea.
That's a stigma. They have that stigma.
You get it from their kids. Because what they talk at home,
but that's true. Yeah. The same communication they have at home is the same they reflect in school.
Yes. So nikaona badala ya nikae hapa nikiendelea kuoza professionally, nitafute means ya kuexit, niende in a place that is more favorable. Na sababu nilikuwa nimeona hapo sokoni, that is in the urban town there, watu wana appreciate people are taking it positive, ikabidi nirudi hapo. So I applied for a transfer, and in 2019 January I was reposted in a school ile inaitwa Mukoni Primary.
Where you teach now?
Yes, I'm at the headship of Joshua Kilonzo. Anamchukua, nafanya kazi naye.
And how did they welcome you to that school now with your condition?
The welcome was warm, though people are still the same. There were some elements wale walikuwa wanataka ku investigate ndio waprove kwamba ni kweli huyu jamaa anashika white cane, haoni. So they kept making some trials, and I ensured that nilitafuta njia ya kuwaeleza waelewe ya kwamba it is just a condition. Vile wengine ni warefu, wengine ni wafupi, na huyu mrefu ama yule mfupi is not a less person sababu ni mfupi. So and I had to prove it kupitia my performance ile ambayo Mungu alinijalia. It's good.
Thank you very much. Now I want us maybe to go to at a point where you thought that now you can go back to university, because you are in university now and you're almost finishing your degree. But kabla tufiki hapo, you already have a family. Familia nayo iliingia aje na uliweza aje kwenda kujitetea bila kuona?
Sawa. Sasa kujitetea kama muone kwanza a mountain to climb. Ile inataka a lot of patience, na uvumilivu, na pia kujituma. Sitasema kuinvest. That cuts across. Invest, hata kama unaona, you need to invest in someone so that she may become something. So baada ya kufanyiwa nilichofanyiwa mwanzoni, I adopted a negative attitude about the ladies. Kaona hawa ni watu ambao kikiumana watakimbia,
watajitoa. Ndio wengine wanakuanga, lakini hatupendangi kusema hiyo mambo sana.
Hii huwa naambia fellow PWDs, it's bitter lakini ni kweli. Go slow on these issues. Tembea pole pole.
Have a lot of patience.
Sikilizana na mtu na ukimfuata uone she is not for it, achana na yeye.
Mwachie Mungu,
atakuumiza. So nikawapa Mungu, akaenda nilikoenda, then nikaenda nyumbani, atulia, nikapata kazi. But before nipata kazi, kuna mahali nilikuwa naenda check up katika mahali, na there was that lady who alikuwa anafanya lab chemistry. So nikaenda. So wakati niko college tukifunga sinaenda pale, tukawa tumezoea, tumekuwa marafiki. Deep down in my heart nilikuwa naona huyu anaweza kuwa kitu, anaweza kuwa mtu. So itabidi kwanza nicheze chini kwanza. Yes, because I had said earlier that hii ni story ambayo inahitaji patience na kutembea kwa pole. So after nipata kazi, that's the time niko na credit. Ready to apply. So I made some markets chat mpaka mambo yakawa mazuri. Got married in 2017. We have been blessed. Na mtoto mmoja, tuko sawa.
So she accepted you. She didn't have difficulties accepting that this is how you are and this is how she's going to.
Ile naweza sema, you need to get someone who understands you. Because kama anakupenda, he will understand you. She will understand you. He will also understand you kama understand. That is very true. So I would advise, msikimbizane nao sana. Ukiona yeye hayuko ready, mwache. Badala ya akubali, apambane, then aje
alafu pengine pia kukubali kwa sababu ya condition yako, hata si ati nakupenda, kukubali kwa sababu ya condition yako, kuhurumia that is.
Huwa anamwambia asinihurumie, anichukulie kama mtu wa kawaida, because I still do everything that a normal person does.
That is very true. And now where did maybe the idea of coming back to school to pursue for your degree came from?
Sasa nimeajiriwa, najipata hapo kwa hiyo staff ya 16 members. Tuko watatu ambao hatuko na degree. So I didn't want to be among those without. Nikataka kuingia kwa ile list ya those with. And that's the reason why I decided to further my academics, nipate hii degree.
Yes. And how has it been this long?
The journey si mbaya sana. Siwezi compare na college ama high school. The journey here is not bad. Unapata ukija hapa unakuwa welcome vizuri. Wakati wa accommodation unapewa nyumba ambayo haiko mahali ambapo huwezi access. Yes. You find that the room that you are given is accessible. Kuna mahali unaweza anika shati lako kama unahitaji kufua. So life and the journey here is not bad.
It's not that bad. And maybe in the process of getting your degree, what are some of the challenges that umepatana nazo mpaka ukasikia like you didn't quit the whole thing? What are some of the challenges?
Yes, some of the challenges na ile kuu ni kwamba si wakati wote utapata mtu wa ku take through them. Sababu unapata most of them are scanned documents. Na hata udownload uweke kwa simu yako ama kompyuta iko na screen reader, zingine hazisomi scanned documents. So utahitaji mtu
check through.
Yes. Na hata kama uko na mtu ile inabidi not all the time atakuwa pale kusomea, because she needs to do something, apate something to support. So hiyo ndio ile challenge kubwa
nimekuwa nayo. Yes. Okay, but you have been able now to go to overcome all these challenges.
Yes. Yeah. Almost finishing, and I thank God for that.
Who has been maybe your strongest pillar? Mwenye unaangalia unasema this is a person maybe amenishikilia tu vizuri sana kwa hivi.
My strongest pillar is my wife. The one and only, anaitwa Veronica Kabinda. Alikuwa anamshikilia na ananiambia nisikubali mtu ama hali yoyote ifanye nisitie bidii ama nijichukie because of my condition. In fact, hapendi mtu yoyote anidharau kwa sababu sio. Nitaka kwa sana na yeye pita hiyo.
Pitia hiyo njia. She must be a very great lady. Yeah. You have heard it, the story of Vincent, and maybe before we conclude this feature, this story, the African story that we are telling, we would want you to maybe to talk to that one person who is out there. Maybe they are shy because of their condition. Maybe they have something that they can do, but they are not ready to do it because of their condition. I want you to maybe to talk to them and give them some advice.
Yule mtu ambaye yuko pale nje, acceptance should be your step number one. Sababu kama hujaji accept, nobody will ever accept. Na hiyo ni kweli. Naked truth. Kwa hivyo, once you accept yourself, now the potential in you is easier for you to exploit. Yes, once you accept yourself, you will be able to exploit the potential in you. Kabla sijaji accept, I never imagined that ningesimama mbele ya mtoto funze. But imenipa strength. Naona the kids are taking it positively. Na wanaona kama mwalimu amesoma, amekuwa mwalimu na anatufunza, tunaelewa na haoni, why not me?
Why not us? Yes. So that would be your advice.
Yes, accept yourself first.
Yes. So thank you very much, Vincent, even for giving us this chance maybe to talk to you. and to talk to our viewers who will be watching this video, and to give them motivation to be able to do what they can be able to do. So thank you very much. Tunashukuru sana. Mungu akubariki na akufanyie mema. So you have heard it for yourself. This is an African story that we always say that Africa has the greatest potential to be the best continent in the world. If only we can be able to tell stories that inspire and transform Africa. So thank you very much for watching Ken Ben's Media TV. God bless you. See you next time.